Today I'm going to share with you my experiences with Nioxin hair system. It is a shampoo, a conditioner, and a scalp treatment that I use when I feel like I am experiencing hair loss. So I'm going to do a review for you and a little bit of history about my hair thinning. And any other additional questions you may have for me about hair thinning and my experiences, please feel free to leave it in the comments section below. So I am going to get started. About 8 years ago, I was diagnosed with Graves' disease. That's an overactive thyroid. And as a result of having Graves' disease, I often experience thinning in my crown and around my temples. And I did not opt to have surgery to remove my thyroid. Or surgery, they give you a radiation pill now actually. So I opted to keep my thyroid, and I take medicine whenever it flares up. I often go into remission, but when my thyroid is acting up, I lean on Nioxin to help me keep the hair on my head, or to make my hair feel thicker and more dense. And so during the month of June, maybe like the end of May, I started to notice a lot of hair in my comb and my brush, and while I was rinsing my hair out in the shower. So as a result, I went to get a blood test to make sure that my thyroid wasn't acting up, and I also began the 1st of June using the Nioxin kit. Now the Nioxin kit comes in different numbers. This one is a number 5. I don't know if you can see it with my lighting, but it's a number 5, and it's for medium to coarse hair, and it's for chemically treated hair. It comes in 1 through 6, I believe. I've used 2 before. 2 is medium to coarse hair, normal to thin looking, and it's just not for chemically treated hair. This one is for chemically treated hair. My hair is not chemically treated. I only picked it up because the ones that's for chemically treated hair is supposed to be more gentler on dry hair, because chemically treated not only means relaxed, it also means colored hair. So I picked it up because of that reason. But the number 2 that I've used before, I've noticed in the number 2 that I've used before, in the conditioner, the silicone is not as high on the ingredient list as it is for the number 5. But I'll get to that in a second. So anyway, I use Nioxin for, I think I washed my hair like 8 times in the month of June. 1 week it was 3 times, 1 week it was 1 time, and the rest of the weeks it was at least 2 times I washed my hair. So what I did was I washed my hair with the conditioner, rinsed it out, put it in the, no, I didn't wash my hair with conditioner, I'm sorry. I washed my hair with the shampoo, and it does have sodium sulfate in it. And then I rinsed my hair and I put in the conditioner, which has silicone in it. It has dimethicone and is one of the first 5 ingredients. I put that in my hair for 3 minutes, because that's what the directions say, and I rinse it out. And then before I style my hair, I usually style my hair wet, and even if I was doing a wash and go, I would put in a Nioxin treatment, which is like a spray that is basically to help treat the scalp in areas where you're having problem, or all over your head. It doesn't have to be the areas where you're having problems. Okay, so the trick with Nioxin is that it is a scalp treatment. It's sort of like facial for your scalp. The cleanser really does clean your scalp. It gets rid of all the debris and bacteria and any types of things that may be keeping the hair from growing out of your scalp. As long as you have open follicles, this will clear it out so that your hair can grow. And then the conditioner is a way to moisturize your scalp, so that your scalp is being moisturized, and it has an opportunity to set up an environment in your scalp that hair growth can happen. This is the spray that you put in. It's like a little spray bottle, and I spray it in my crown and on my edges. It does make my scalp really red, and it does burn. All the products have peppermint in it, but this is the only one that, so you get that tingly feeling, but this one really has more of a burn feeling. And again, it is removing any type of debris or bacteria that is keeping hair from growing out full and thick from your scalp. I will put a link below of the Nioxin YouTube channel that explains all the details of what is actually happening when you use Nioxin for your scalp. So my experience with Nioxin has been wonderful this month. I feel like my hair is a lot more denser. For the whole month of June, maybe I felt that way, maybe after the third wash. And I did a lot of wash and goes in June. I think I did 1 week of twist out. That's why I only washed my hair once that week. But I feel like my hair is much denser. How do I know? Because now when I twist my hair in the shower or section my hair in the shower, I used to just be able to section in 4s. Now I have to section in 6s because my hair is starting to feel thicker and denser and harder to manage. I used to be able to do a twist out. I used to be able to do basically 2, 4, 6 twists on each side. Now I do like 8 twists on each side because my hair just feels more dense. And then the crown is definitely feeling thicker. Now the only downside is that when I stopped using Nioxin in the past, I could tell that my hair got less dense and lost its thickness over time. So it only took a couple of washes to get it to feel that way, but once you stop using it, what happens is your hair sort of reverts back. So I haven't talked to my dermatologist about why that happens, but it does happen, and I've talked to a woman at the salon about it, and she says lots of people say that. When I went to, because I went to the salon because I was going to pick up some for my mom, because my mom uses this too. I was going to pick up some for my mom, and the woman suggested to me not to get that. She suggested to me that there's an alternative that Aveda has, and she's in the hair cuttery selling this stuff, but she told me to check out Aveda's alternative simply because some of her clients that were using this, once they noticed the same thing that I did, they wanted a less expensive alternative or a less harsh alternative, and they started using the Aveda version of this, and they were much happier. So what do I mean by harsher? Well, it has a sodium sulfate, so that's really makes your hair dry, and she suggested that to me because she knows that my hair is dry, and she said that her clients that were using it also were experiencing dry hair. Now, her clients of all races. She is biracial, but her clients are white, black, Asian, and all the ones that suffer thin hair often get the Nioxin. So she just says she feels like it's too harsh of a shampoo for my dry hair and too harsh of a conditioner for my dry hair, which I thought was interesting because she felt like it wasn't, she didn't say anything about the silicone. Something else she mentioned in this, that she thought that it was really, I should really just concentrate on the scalp. So those last few washes in June, I just concentrated it on my scalp and not the rest of my hair. And so what I would do was put another conditioner. What I would do was shampoo my scalp with the Nioxin and put a conditioner on the rest of my hair, rinse it out, and then put the Nioxin conditioner on my scalp and put another conditioner on the rest of my hair and rinse that out, and then I would use the spray just so, and it was less harsh. I could tell the difference on my ends, especially because it was really, my ends were really getting dried out. I don't like the way silicone feels on my hair. It just makes my hair feel dry. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but it's one of the first 5 ingredients in the conditioner. So would I suggest Nioxin to you? Absolutely. If you have hair that is thinning, I do suggest Nioxin. It has worked for me in the past. I have had success with it. If I constantly use it, I do know that I'm going to face the fact that it might start getting less dense again, and I think what I'm going to do is, if it starts to get like that, I'll try to use this up. Right now I'm doing the curly girl method for the month of July, so I'm just not using any sulfates or any silicone, simply because I spent the whole month using them last month. So this month I just want to stay away from them. But if I feel like my hair is getting less dense again, what I'll do is I'll probably try, maybe I give this to my mom and try the Aveda products, and if I like that, then I'll get the Aveda products for my mom also. But I do suggest that you try it out and concentrate on your scalp if you are experiencing hair loss or thinning. It does work, but it does take a while. You're not going to be able to wash your hair and one time or maybe even 2 times and see a difference. I probably saw a difference after the 3rd wash. For the most part, I didn't really see a big difference until the end of the 30 days. I mean, by the time that 3rd, 4th week of June came around, I mean, I could barely twist up my hair in the shower when it was wet because it felt so thick and so dense. So I was so excited about that. But immediately I noticed my crown was starting to feel thick and dense, and that was probably because I only really use this, a lot of the spray in my crown, and then I spray a little bit on the other parts of my scalp and massage it in. So that's probably a more, well, thicker, not more thicker, thicker. And you know how you can kind of see it, and you can see the spots, like that's just less visible when I was using that Nioxin. So you can take a look at my hair. It is definitely looking thicker because it's frizzy, because a twist out in the summer is like a waste of hard work. So anyway, if you have any questions, like I said in the beginning of the video, please leave your question and comments below. If you have any questions, particularly about Nioxin or hair thinning or even Graves' disease, feel free to ask me about that also. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.